how do you reconnect, re-engage with this far wider section of society in decision making, if we're going to achieve change. So why don't people think that these kind of systems and processes are relevant? Well, again, a lot of that's about heart and head. So, you know, my heart sinks every time I have to reread the preparatory documents for the next UN thing, and I read through the several hundred pages of consultation. And actually, just as a small aside, because I know a lot of people who've been working on it for the last several years, they've made a massive attempt this time with the SDG process to engage with people. They've set up a very interesting website called The World We Want 2015. They've had more than 2 million people contributing to some questionnaires about how they see the future. So they've reached out and made some effort. But if you actually look at those 2 million, I could say, maybe I'm a bit unfair, but over 90%, maybe 95% of those are, again, from this tiny group of people, and typically it's NGOs who don't answer the question they're asked. They copy and paste from a policy document that they prepared sometime before and throw that in as if that's going to solve the world. Again, and the processes there are driven by data, by intellect. You know, when did a bar chart change your heart? You know, people are engaged by different things, and as Arthur said, people are engaged by creativity, by beauty, by poetry, by stories, by values. So somehow, you know, we have to bring these worlds together. And the way I've described this, as I've been developing this piece of work with various people, everyone's very uncomfortable with it.
You know what?
Everyone's very uncomfortable because either they come from this technical, political, scientific side, in which case they think I'm talking kind of hippie nonsense, or they come from the artistic side and they think, what is all this kind of weird decision-making science? And I say, that's exactly right. I'm glad you feel like that, both of you, because this is exactly right. You have to bridge these worlds, because the reality is you have these decision-making processes which are the only game in town, and you have the forces of creativity, of culture and values at the other end, which are massively important, and somehow you need to bring those together. And we should also recognise that those kind of stories and that creativity is not some homogenous thing. It's unique. They're unique in different places, and again, it's back to one of the problems of a system which drives everyone towards uniformity. That's disrespectful of actually the way culture works or the way religion works. Because if you try and bring religions together for everyone to agree on everything, you get, again, almost, there's often very little value in that, because you're taking away what makes them unique. So,